Boo! Did I get ya? Halloween is just around the corner, and I want to make sure everyone stays safe this spooky season. So today we're going to watch a Halloween safety PSA from 1977.
There's one magical, haunted evening each year when all the scary creatures come out to prowl through every neighborhood.
What was that kid dressed as? The footage is pretty low quality, and it's dark, but I have a sneaking worry I know what he was supposed to be.
But here's the scariest monster of all.
Jesus Christ, you're right, that's terrifying!
Do you know why?
Yeah, that mask. If I saw that in the dark, I'd immediately start fighting for my life.
This little witch doesn't know it, but she's taking some frightening chances of being hurt. Maybe badly hurt. Her costume is very, very dangerous. Can you see the things that make it dangerous? What about that mask?
Yeah, what about that mask?
She can hardly see through those tiny holes for her eyes. If you were wearing that mask, here's what it would be like. You can see straight in front of you, but unless you happen to turn your head, you wouldn't see that car coming as you start to cross the street. You could be run over. And unless you look down, you can't see that you're coming to a curb. Ow, that hurts.
Why was the bag filled with mostly loose peanuts? There's some real candy there, but did people in the 70s really give out loose peanuts on Halloween?
Before we think about some ways that the little witch could see and be seen better, let's take another look at her costume. Whoops, down she goes again.
Okay, man, we get it. She has limited visibility and is prone to accidents. Did she have to fall over twice?
First, we need to turn back the clock and start this whole evening over again. One of the problems with this costume is that it's too long. It's too easy to trip over a long, full skirt. So we can shorten the skirt. You should always shorten any skirt, pants, slacks, or cape.
Get that cat out of here! Whose cat is that? I'm trying to see them shorten the skirt.
Now, the broom. That's a clumsy thing to carry, and it's something that you're likely to trip over in the dark. It's usually easy to shorten brooms.
Did she just have a handsaw lying around? I know I have one lying around in my house, but that's because I'm weird. Did people just have saws in their house in the 70s?
Or round off the sharp points of pirate swords and other costume parts that can trip you or scratch you.
That sword was probably not all that sharp in the first place. If anything, you made it more dangerous because now you're adding these two sharp corners to the edges.
Cardboard brooms and swords are usually safer than wooden ones. But it's safest not to carry anything like that in the first place. Now, what else might we change on this costume to make it safer? What about that color?
But she's supposed to be a witch. They pretty notoriously wear black. What color do you propose she wears?
Remember how hard it was to see the little witch because of her dark costume on a dark night? We should always wear light, bright colors on the street at night so drivers can see us. What about this color?
Oh no, she's a good witch. It's a completely different costume.
A white costume makes an unusual, different kind of witch who's more likely to be safe on Halloween night.
Yeah, but you just said it. Unusual. She's gonna get bullied for that.
A good way to make any costume easier to see at night is to decorate it with reflective tape or reflective patches. Some costumes come with reflective material already attached to the cloth. Here's what it looks like to a car driver. It's easy to see, even on the darkest night.
Is it?
And it's a good idea to write your name, address, and phone number on the sack, just in case there is an accident.
I thought the advice was gonna be so someone can return your bag of candy to you if you lose it, but that's actually good advice. If you lose that bag, you're never seeing it again because anyone who finds it is just gonna be taking it.
Now, how about the mask? We can improve the mask by cutting larger holes to look out of. There. That's better.
Okay, but you didn't fix the problem of the mask still being horrifying. Yeah, now the kid can see, but I still have to see her.
But there is an even safer way. You can simply not wear a mask.
We're ditching the props, we're ditching the mask. Why don't we just ditch the whole costume? Why don't we just forget trick-or-treating and Halloween entirely? Stay home and play Chicken Little for the PS2. It's the only way to be safe!
Oh, you think you need a mask to disguise yourself?
To disguise yourself? Where are you hiding from? Also, you wrote your full name and address on the bag. You're not fooling anyone.
Well, just watch what you can do. With a little help from your parents and some scraps of cloth or old clothes from around home. An eyebrow pencil, different colors of eyeshadow, rouge, lipstick, an old mop or wig, some wax teeth, maybe some clay and food coloring.
Clay and food coloring? Just get face paint from Party City or something. I know it's 1977, you probably don't have those, but there's gotta be better alternatives.
And a few other odds and ends.
I'm really scared that one of these times it's just gonna cut and we're just gonna see a kid in blackface.
You'd be surprised what you can turn yourself into.
What is this kid supposed to be? What has he turned himself into? Some sort of superhero gardener? Sunflower man?
Whether you buy a costume
Alright, this kid is a homeless man. Very cool. Makes someone suffering into our fun costume.
or design your own, be sure that it's made of flame-retardant material.
Ah, yes, like famously safe asbestos, which all fireproof things are made out of here in 1977.
Now our little witch has turned into a beautiful princess,
She's not even a witch anymore? Being a witch was too dangerous, so we had to change her costume entirely?
and her new costume is much safer. But there are a few other things you should do before going out. First, eat a big dinner. If you go trick-or-treating while you're hungry, you'll be tempted to sample some of your treats while you're out.
What's wrong with that? Why can't I have a piece of candy or two while I'm out?
And that's definitely not a good idea.
Why not?
Stay on the sidewalks as much as possible. If you have to walk in an area where there are no sidewalks, walk as far off the roadway as possible.
Yes, like these upstanding citizens who appear to be just absolutely teetering on the very edge of the road.
Stay in your own neighborhood when you're trick-or-treating. Your neighbors are probably hoping to see you in costume on Halloween. And it's safest to visit people you know.
But my neighbors give out all the bad candy. I want to go over to the rich neighborhood and get the good stuff.
If you don't know the people very well, don't go into their homes. Most people enjoy having trick-or-treaters come to their doors. But there are a few people who will do things to hurt kids. They might put sharp or hard objects and candy in apples. Or they might put something on fruit or gum that could make you sick if you eat it.
Dude, if you're the house that's giving out fruit or gum on Halloween, you're not getting any trick-or-treaters because kids talks. They'll tell each other, don't bother with the Johnsons. They're giving out fucking apples and juicy fruit. Is that a pear? Who gives out pears on Halloween? The weirdest thing that I ever got trick-or-treating was a CD of Bible verses.
Fruit should be washed before you eat it.
That applies to any day of the year. Always wash your fruit.
But let's get back to the fun part of Halloween with the princess and her friends. Almost everyone enjoys a good joke or riddle.
Oh, yep, that's a child dressed as a Native American. That is exactly what I was worried about.
What's your trick?
What you guys eat for breakfast?
What?
Gus toasted.
That, really wasn't much of a trick. Really wasn't much of a joke either.
What's a wiener when you take out its inside?
What?
A Halloweener. Where does Dracula keep his money?
Where?
In a blood bank.
Here, have some candy.
Was she not going to give them the candy if she didn't like their joke? Sure, old Ghost Toast over there isn't getting anything at all then.
Tonight has been a magical night. We saw a scary monster changed into a beautiful, happy, and safe little princess.
What if she wanted to be a witch? What if she didn't want to be a princess? What if she wanted to be a scary monster? You didn't make the witch costume safer, you just made a different costume.
How about you? Will you follow the lead of the little princess and have a safe and super Halloween this year?
No. Well, I hope you all learned how to be safe this Halloween. Remember to watch out for cars, eat a big dinner, and most of all, do not dress as a witch. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, and farewell.
That's toast.